Yeah! Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here. We are live! One more time. Well, the only time. But anyway, we are live on a Wednesday night. And you know what that means. It's time for another video right here on Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. And please hit that subscribe button down below in my pants, in the description box below. And subscribe to my other channels as well. Show me your love and support. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, treat it like it's your fucking bitch. And turn on all notifications so you never, ever miss a fucking upload. That's all you gotta do. Simple as that. And if you're first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! And I hope you enjoyed the ride, because it's gonna be a bumpy one. And I hope you like it. And if you don't, get the fuck off. You mindless sheep. You fucking marks! As MGF would say. But it is what it is. And that's that. So, I hope you like it. And if you don't, get out of here. Suck my dick. Bitches. But it is what it is. Some people don't know how to shut the fuck up. I'll continue to ride my dick until YouTube freaking crumbles, or they crumble. It won't be me. I will live forever. I am immortal. And that's pretty much it. That's that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. It's hot. It's humid. It's... bleh. It is just unbearable today. Another hot one in the Northeast. 94 degrees today. Not too much humidity. Not that much wind. It was windy, but didn't really do much until like 7 o'clock. I went for a walk, and it was actually nice. It wasn't hot. You couldn't really feel the heat and everything. So I just went out for about 10-15 minutes. Went for a walk. Then I came back. By the time I came back, because I wish I stayed out. Because goddamn, it's not fun to be in Casa del Gilmore right now. It is just hot as balls right now. And you don't want to see me with a shirt on. Most of you do, most of you don't. But it is what it is. I look sexy either way. I could be naked right now, but I'm not, so I don't need to be, because I'm not gonna get flagged for nudity, even if I just show a little, chest topless. I'm not gonna show bottomless. Nobody wants to see me naked, except Rosa. And certain other people on this fucking website, because they're a bunch of fucking homos. We all know who that is. Mr. Grinder Boy himself. Dolphin Boy. We don't know who he is. It is what it is. That guy won't shut the fuck up. And his little buddy friends, who are turning on him, by the way, are doing the same thing. They just won't shut up. I personally don't care. That's all you can do. Jump on and keep on riding, baby. It is what it is, and that's that. Nick is being a weirdo, as always. Nick, you been drinking tonight? Because I was talking to Lauren and Prince earlier. They think you have problems. Because they think you're weird. Well, you are weird in your own way, but I don't think you're like an alcoholic like Rosa is. I mean, you have your beer every once in a while, but I don't know. That's just coming from Prince and Lauren, not from me. So I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot me. Shoot them. I mean, it is what it is. So that's that. So handle your business there, Nikki. Okay. Anyway, let's get to Nick because he's being weird. But the prophecy are a bunch of weirdos, but it is what it is. I mean, we act weird sometimes, but we have fun. And if you can't handle it, too bad. Too bad you can't handle my jokes, my satire, my comedy, and my entertainment. Then get off my channel, but you can't because it's at 12:18 a.m. What are you doing? You have your bottle of Jergens lotion right next to you. Your little recording software just ready to hit that button. You're probably hitting it right now. As soon as I talk, because you love how my dick tastes and how I dictate. It's true. No wonder you trolls a bunch of homos. That's why you're turning on each other, because you can't get it. He's like, oh, I want Peter. No, I want him. Can't have me. I don't swing that way. I got the most gorgeous woman in the world. That's my wife, and I got Asian chicks, just ready to get fucked in the ass. Nick knows all about that too. Him and his waifus, Rio and Maki Ito, motherfucker! See, there it goes. It was 2, now it's 1, because I know who it was. Hello? I was trying to do a dolphin's voice and I couldn't do it, I'm sorry. But I digress. But yeah, that's who it is. We all know who it is. The man who just won't shut up and grow up and get a fucking life. Anyway, so yeah, Nick's here, we all know that. The troubled chief. Man who gets things done, man. He gets those contracts ready. And all you have to do is just write my name on it. Because we're getting new members in a couple weeks. New members are coming. It is what it is. Speaking of old school people, Nick will love this. You know what I talked to today? On Facebook, Nick? You want to know who? You want to know? You want to know, Nick? You want to know? Yeah, he wants to know. AJ Spectre. Remember him, Nick? You know who he is. You know who he is. AJ Spectre, former FSW Primero champion, which is like the IC title of FSW. I talked to him because it's his birthday today, so happy birthday to AJ Spectre. Just reminiscing about old FSW days. He's now a doctor, actually. I don't know if he's still wrestling part-time in other promotions, like in New Jersey, really, mostly. I know Cyrus DeVille is still wrestling, and his arch nemesis, Ian Aldwin, who kind of retired after FSW fell under back in 2016. Thanks, Joel. Joel's back with like 6,000 promotions now. Yeah, now you come back, right, Joel? Now you come back. When I'm busy with WOW and Outlaw Wrestling. Now you come back. But you have I can't see your show. Because it's in Boondocks, fucking New Jersey. I know he did a show at the Melrose Ballroom in Queens. I'm not going over there. He still owes me a fucking job, but now he has actually his wrestling school is now in Times Square. It's only a matter of time. I go over there and I see Joel's like, hey, Joel, you want to train me again, Joel? 45 years old, you want me to train? I could if I wanted to. I mean, it has to be away from my job, but, you know, I'm not going to train anymore. I'm retired. I would do it if my body would withstand it anymore, but I'm older now than I used to be when I first trained, which was like 2013, 2014. When I was in my late 30s. I'm an old fart right now. 45, my back is like destroyed. My entire body is like garbage. But it is what it is. I mean, never say never. I mean, I might go there and just run the ropes a little, maybe take a couple bumps, not just commit full time to like going back to training. And I'm not gonna pay Joel $5,000 or something like that. No. I got better things to do, and I got a good job, and I'm not gonna jeopardize my job to focus on the wonderful world of professional wrestling. Unless Joel gets me a fucking job in AEW, then I'd be happy. I'm like, I quit my job tomorrow. And Tony Khan called me, hey, Gilmore, get down here! I'm like, yes, sir! Yes, sir, Tony Khan, sir! Just kick out fucking Taz. But who, brother? Hey, how you doing, brother? Where you come from? I come from Brooklyn, brother. What part? Alright, I'm not telling you. Was better than Red Hook, brother. But what are you doing here, brother? Taking your job. What do you mean, brother? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, see, it went 4 down to 1. They're watching because they love me so much. You love me. You really, really love me. I'd like to take this award and thank all the trolls for sucking my dick for 13 years. Could have done it without you. And it's coming up too, the 13th anniversary in a couple weeks. So on a special edition of the Shadows Lair, we're gonna go wild. That may be on StreamYard. I'm not sure yet. If it's not, I'll just do it like I usually do on YouTube Live, and I'll just for one night only, well, one day or one night only, I'll just take off sub-only mode and let the freaking trolls come in. I don't give a shit. They're not gonna do anything now or even on my freaking anniversary. So, but it's coming up pretty soon. What is it? It is. So I talked to AJ Spectre, said happy birthday. Didn't really go into anything. I said there should be an FSW reunion because he had a picture with Ian Aldwin, the new look Ian Aldwin, Cyrus DeVille, who's bald now, still looks damn good, and another great tag team, the House of Pain, Hakeem Ali, and I forget the other guy's name. And also talked to Mike Verner for a little bit. He's still recovering from his very serious car crash. I don't know when he's going to get medically cleared. Probably won't be this year. Probably be next year. So yeah, a lot of people from the FSW, FBW days in Brooklyn mostly are in other promotions now. Suntan is actually back now in wrestling. He's still around. Suntan the Sultan, or whatever his name was. He's a good guy. That guy is fun. The first time I met him is the funniest story. I think Nick knows this, but I'll tell it again for those of you who don't know. When I went to train with Joel, the first time I actually met Joel Maximo, me and Rosa went to his old gym way in Brooklyn, like near where I used to actually work. Back in the day, I used to work in Bensonhurst. So yeah, me and Rosa went on, I think it was a Saturday or a Sunday. I think it was a Sunday, actually. We went to his old gym where he used to do the FSW shows. Little dinky little garage. And we're going down the block. I couldn't find the place for a second. And then this big fat guy comes up to me and Rosa's like, hey, were you guys going to the wrestling show? I'm like, there's a wrestling show tonight? He goes, yeah. It's like, where is it? I said, yeah, I'm trying to find this address. It's like, oh, I'll take you there. I was like, so I went with Suntan into the garage. And then the ring was all set up. There's two women training. I guess they were doing a match later on that night. I don't know who the hell they were anyway. But yeah, I go in, I see Joel, shook his hand and everything. We hung out for like a half hour, talking and stuff. Like I originally wanted to be a ring announcer, or I didn't want to take Ryan's job. Ryan. I forgot his last name. But we all know Ryan. Nick knows Ryan. Mikey knows Ryan. Probably one of the best ring announcers in the Northeast, next to our good buddy Shane Fair. And by the way, Ryan's also in the Prophecy too. So we got two ring announcers. Kind of like how WWF had, Mike McGurk and The Fink back in the 80s. And I also wanted to do maybe color commentary or play-by-play. So me and Joe we tried to set up something for that, but that never happened. It sucked. So we did that. We took a picture, which is, I think I still have it on one of my Facebook pages. We did that, and then the women were still kind of training. And then Joe's like, "Hey, you want to go in the ring?" I'm like, "Not really." I'm like, "Come on, stop being a pussy." It's like, "All right, what are we gonna do?" He's like, I'll just run the ropes, right? So I did the ropes. I was doing it pretty damn good. Then out of nowhere, Joe hits me. I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck, dude?" He hit me so hard, I actually took the first bump. And I took it pretty well. I was like, "Oh, damn." It's like, "You know how to take a bump?" I'm like, "Duh, I've been watching wrestling for 40 goddamn years, Joel." He said, "Let's do it again." I'm like, "No, thank you." I'm like, "Come on." I'm like, "All right, fine." And Rosa wasn't even around. Thank for the Lord she didn't see this, because she would have freaking went, "Oh my god! You hurt my boyfriend! I'll kill you!" But yeah, Rosa was out doing something else. So yeah, I did a couple more bumps and stuff like that. Didn't do the Gilmore cutter that day, sadly. But yeah, we ran the ropes. We did a couple of moves here and there, and then that's it. And the women were like watching and stuff like that. I'm like, "Oh, this guy's good." So that's that. And Sultan the Sultan came back, and he saw me coming out of the ring. He's like, "What are you doing in the ring?" He's like, "You fighting tonight?" I'm like, "No." And then Joe's like, "Yo, dude, we gotta sign this guy." I'm like, No, I have a job. I have a life. No. He's like, "Oh, you should come back, man. Maybe we'll do a little bit more." So that's when I started a little bit, and then me and Joe had a miscommunication, and I stopped completely with training, because I had to focus on my job and my life, so I didn't want to hurt myself even more, get seriously hurt, and then I'd lose my job, I'd lose a ton of money I was making. But it is what it is. It was a good story, though. But Sultan the Sultan is a good guy. You know what I miss, though? I miss Gino. Gino the God of the Certified Sexy. I was watching an old match from 2016, and it's on the FSW page, the Fighting Spirit Wrestling page, from 2016. I think it's the show after the January show. I think it was either January or February 2016. They come out. I think they were fighting the Elements, Iceberg and Pyro. Another good guy I haven't heard from in a while. And then so I was watching it back. And Gino comes up to me, he's like, high fives me, gives me a big, humongous hug. I still talk to him every so often, usually on his birthday, or his son's birthday. But I don't think Certified Sexy is even around anymore. I think the other guy, Nutrius X, is still wrestling. I don't know, but good times for, all the FSW clan and everything. I talk to Joe every once in a while. He's doing different promotions like ETU, not Enter the Uranus. I forgot what the name of it. The promotion is the actual name, the ETU actual name. Then he has a new one called Win, which has a show coming up, I think this weekend in Jersey, of all places, Jersey. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, someday we'll see the SAT in WOW, or maybe Outlaw, or any of Joel's promotions actually come to Brooklyn and I could actually go. I miss that guy. He misses me too, in his own way. And that's pretty much it for that. And we'll move on from there. So yeah, it was a good talk. Good talk with all the FSW guys. I haven't heard from, what's his name? The FBW guy. What was his name? Brian, I forgot his name. Nick knows who it is. I haven't heard from him in God knows how long. I talked to Brett Lauderdale, the owner of GCW. Still won't give me a job. Piece of shit. I'm trying. If you guys know Tony Khan, if you follow Tony Khan on Twitter or whatever fucking social media platform he has, please, for the love of God, continue to DM him and tell him, hey, you got a guy. You got a guy? You got a guy. Just tell Tony Khan to fucking sign me already. I need more money. Now, I'm making good money now, but, you know, I do want to kind of get my foot back in the proverbial wrestling door, if you will. If it's not with AEW, I would love for it to be a local indie fed here in New York that I can actually go to. I don't want to go too far, like Williamsburg or, God forbid, the Bronx. I hate the Bronx. Somewhere I can actually go and I won't get beat up or anything like that. Not that I will, because I can just take an Uber right home, so. You never know. You could hear me on your local on the Fight Network, maybe Fight TV. Hey, maybe I should talk to Brian Myers and what's his name? Biff. You know Biff. Kevin Matthews. Maybe I should talk to them. It's like, hey, you know, you got anything lined up? You know, need some guy, you need a guy to, you know, set up the ring. I'll set up the ring. I don't give a shit. I'll make $20 a show just doing that. I don't give a shit. I'll still have my regular job, but on the side, I'll set up the ring. I'm not gonna take bumps or anything. Like, nah. It's like, you need a color commentator? I'm your guy. If you need a play-by-play guy, I'm your guy. Not that you need a ring announcer. I'm not taking that job from Ryan or whoever does WrestlePro, or the guy that does Outlaw. That guy's awesome. It's not as awesome as me, Gilmore. Mike. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue. All right, get out of here. Oh, boy, Mike, get back here for a second. What do you want, Gilmore? I have to train. Your buddy Nick's here, by the way. Oh, you bastard! Nick, you fucking asshole! Why haven't you called me? Nick, you fucking four-eyed idiot! I'm very mad at you! You're lucky I'm dead because I come to your house right now and I barge through your door and put you through a freaking table! I'm awesome! Don't fuck with me, Nick! I'm my boy and everything, but don't fuck with me anymore! Okay, I'll talk to him. So fired up! Okay, take it out on Abdullah Butcher, okay? Okay, I gotta go. Bye! Bye, fans! Nick, you fucking suck! Okay, get out of here. See? See, my impressions are legendary. Legendary. And if you don't like it, too bad. I'd like to see you do one. Am I not entertaining? But I digress. Where are we? I don't know where we are. We're in the Twilight Zone. We're in the Twilight Zone! Alright, so Nick... Alright, let's get to what Nick was basically... He's chirping. He's like a little bird. Like the other dweebs on this fucking website. Who I call the Goof Troop 2.0. Okay, so Nick says it was an amazing Dynamite tonight. It was okay. I'll say this. It was okay. I mean, the main event, barbed wire everywhere between Jericho and Eddie Kingston. It didn't live up to classic barbed wire matches, but still. It was alright. I mean, Jericho was just busted wide open for the entire match. Not many spots with the barbed wire. I mean, a couple here and there. You know, Eddie taking a really bad Hurricane Rana onto the barbed wire table, and the barbed wire got caught in the nuts. Woo! And then that's it, and then the rest, I mean, I knew it was going to be a clusterfuck, because I knew the Jericho Appreciation Society was going to do something. And then it just was just bad, and I think they rushed the finish. And then the aftermath was just botchful. Is that a word? It was just mostly botched, excuse me, by Sammy Guevara. And Ty Conti botched too. So, that's why I titled the video Barbed Wire Clusterfuck, because that's what it was. I think Tony Khan needs to stop doing gimmick matches like barbed wire. At least it wasn't an exploding barbed wire match. We all know how that ended in 2020. Actually, 2021, I should say, before, you know, fans came back. Tony Khan was still not lived that down. And now he had another barbed wire match. Thankfully, it wasn't exploding barbed wire this time. But still, I mean, why? First of all, why would you put 3/4 of the ring with barbed wire? Not even all the way across the ropes. And why, for the love of God, did you have the ropes there? I mean, you couldn't make it CCW-like? Just take the fucking ropes off and just put the barbed wire around the whole fucking ring? I mean, 3/4 of the ring was all a little bit of barbed wire. The post, the ring posts are all barbed wire tables, barbed wire microphone to freaking Justin Roberts, and the belt, the fucking ring bell had barbed wire. I never saw that before. But still, the only way to get in was on, like, this side of the ring. And there was, like, a little space, which made no sense having. And then they had this side of the ring all, you know, just regular, just a rope. You get in regularly. Why? If I want a barbed wire match, I want to see an old school fucking barbed wire match. No ropes, nothing. And I know AEW's TV14, I mean, come on. You can't go ultra violent? Except for that one time that Nick Gage and freaking Jericho went ultra violent with the glass and everything. The people at Turner, at TNT were like, what is this? We haven't seen this in 20 years. Ted Turner rolling around in his grave. I should have thought of this when I made WCW. Yeah, but there wasn't deathmatch wrestling in the United States in the 90s. You know what? You wanted hardcore deathmatch wrestling? Go to Japan. When FMW was around. We all know FMW, Big Japan, All Japan. Led by the great man himself, the legendary Terry Funk. I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Japan, #1 forever. Ain't that right there, Cactus? Terry, we have some great matches, Terry. Would you like a Dorito? No, Cactus. I told you, I'm on a diet. Batman! What is? I mean, Japan still has hardcore death matches. They still do. I'm telling you, they still do. Even the Onita FMW, which I don't even know if it still runs though, but I don't know if it's Big Japan. I think it's Big Japan. They still have death matches. Crazy as fuck death matches, because those people in Japan are fucking sick. Light tubes, barbed wire, tables that are like this big. I am the table! Shark cage matches, I mean, just weird stuff. that's still around. Exploding barbed wire, exploding rings, time bomb matches. I mean, same old good stuff that we saw 20 years ago. Not the same people, obviously. Speaking of Japan, Mayor Fuji's coming to the States for the first time in a very long time. He's going to be at House of Glory August the 28th at that shithole Terminal 5 in New York City. So if you want to go there and see JD and tell him to go fuck himself and go fuck the Yankees. By the way, tell him Peter Gill sent you and tell him I said that. Well, what are you drinking today? Why didn't your cat's piss? You drink every night, right there, JD? You drink your cat's piss. Then you fuck it after. Because that's the only pussy you can actually get. Because you simp for Easter so much. I don't know what she even sees in you as a friend. She's around my age too, so she's way out of your league. She's out of my league, but still, I respect her. Even though she has legs and a body for days. The things I would do to her, good lord. That stuff would be on her OnlyFans page. That'll make it even 10 times better. Actually, it won't, because then you have to see my naked ass. Nobody wants to see that, except her and Rosa. And my Asian chicks. Then again, all the guys on this fucking website, because they're a bunch of homos. But I digress. But yeah, Dynamite was alright. And we're going to get to that in just a second. Nick says, no! God, no! Or, like, that great show, The Office. No! No! Jesus, please, God, no! I love that show. The Office is just an amazing show. It's still in syndication with the reruns and stuff. Just great shit. And if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. But we move on. Nick then says, please keep your clothes on, Gilmore. We don't need you to scare the ladies. Only kidding. Shut up! Shut the fuck up. No one wants to see you naked either. Except for Maki Ito and Rio. God bless them. But the only people that really want to see me naked is the lovely ladies that frequent this fucking guy. Not Lauren, but Lauren's got her own man. Yeah, but usually it's just Rosa and my Asian chicks, and maybe Issa in secret. Even though she has a big dog, Roman, not her dog, but Roman Reigns. By the way, we had fun on last night not last night, Monday night with her Raw review when Becky Lynch came out looking like I don't know what. I went on Issa's chat and I go, holy crap! It's like Issa, Becky looks like your dog, and she just went ballistic. She went, say Becky looks like your dog. And she started laughing. It's on her Twitter actually, so you can go on her Twitter and look at it. I was the guy that said that, and I retweeted it. It's actually on my Twitter. See how popular I am. They love me. They really do love me. But anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna scare the ladies. Or as what was it, American Pie 2, when Jim was sunbathing, and then Stifler comes in and goes, my God, Jim, this is like Sausage Fest. Jim, what the fuck? And then he throws the football to Oz on the beach, and he gets like 50 girls that come to his house. Because that's Stifler. Stifler's mom! By the way, that chick who plays Stifler's mom is still fucking hot. 20, almost 30 years later. God damn, she doesn't even age. Janine! Stifler's mom! I think that's where, Stacy's mom came from. But that great band, I don't even know who sings it. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Yeah, she does. She had big tits. I don't know who Stacy is. Stacy Keebler? I don't know. But we'll move on. Alright, Nick says, that's okay. I think you, Lauren, and Prince are weird, so we're equal then. Yeah, but we know how to control alcohol. Well, I don't know about Prince, because Prince likes to party a lot. Where's that bastard, anyway? I know he's watching. Him and Lauren are watching, secretly. But yeah, we're all wild and crazy guys and girls. It was like that Quiet Riot song. I'm not gonna sing it because I can't sing that high range that Kevin Dubrow, a great man, a great lead singer. Mama, we're all crazy now. So I'm a pretty damn good singer. I should be in a band. Damn it, Beavis! We need to form a band, Beavis. Today. Yeah. We'll call it Beavis. Beavis. Oh God. Anyway. Alright, Nick's like, whoo! Were you an owl? Are you part of the New Day? The New Day! You probably would fit in with those idiots. Woo! Alright, I said it was AJ, he says, AJ Spectre, holy shit, how has he been? He's okay, he's, like I said, he's a doctor now, and I think he still wrestles here and there with Cyrus. Here and there. I don't know what he really does. I don't talk to him a lot. I mean, I just talked to him last night, and earlier today for his birthday. That's it. I just said, just watching some of your old matches from 2016 with you and Mandy. Well, I still regret fat-shaming her back in 2016 because I got a tongue lashing from Joel and AJ and Mandy, and I had to apologize to them on Facebook Live. Not Facebook Live. I had to actually apologize to them on Facebook Messenger. Then when I went to the show, before the show, AJ, I talked to Joel and I said, sorry, I want to talk to AJ and Mandy in private. And it was just, I talked to them. He said, it's like, Pete, it's just water under the bridge. Just, don't do it again. So AJ and Mandy apologized, and I apologized to them, and we went our separate ways after that. But I still respect them, and I still, it is what it is. Just shit that happened in 2016. But they're doing good. I don't know what Mandy's doing right now. I don't even know if they're still together. I assume they are, but who knows? And that's it. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of stuff from indie stuff I want to talk about, but it's my show. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And if you don't like it, suck my fucking cock, because it's large and in charge. But I don't need Blue Chew for that. And I wash my balls every day. They're not, and they don't deflate. Anyway. Okay, Nick says, Cyrus DeVille and Ian Allwood. Holy crap, I haven't heard those names in a while. Yeah? I have them on Facebook. They follow me. I don't talk to them much. Ian, I actually talk to a little bit now. A little bit. He's now making his return after a long hiatus. I'm like, finally, you're back! I don't even know if Leon Mason's around. Remember that group, Nick? You remember that? The End? This is the end. My only friend. The End. No, it was Ian Allwyn, Leon Mason, and PJ Stackpole, I think, was part of that group. Don't know what that jerk-off is doing either, PJ Stackpole. Fuck that guy. Alright, now, Nick then retracted a couple of things. What are you doing? Anyway, move on. Okay, Nick says, God bless Mike Verna. He's hanging in there after his crash. Doing pretty damn good. Suntan Superman, amazing dude. Yeah, he is. He's great. He's great. Nick says, he usually had the beers. Oh, yeah, that Suntan did, yeah. He had a lot of fucking... We had a good time at his birthday party. Remember that one, Nick? You remember that one? Suntan's birthday party was actually at one of the shows. I think he won on his birthday too. He was in a match and I think he won too. Then they had cake and like, hey, I want a piece of cake. 2 times I never got cake. Sabu's birthday, when Sabu was there fighting Joe Attell, who I still talk to, by the way. Not a lot. I'm dying. But yeah, I didn't get a piece of cake then at Sabu's birthday. I didn't get one for Suntan's birthday back then. I'm like, come on. I know there were like 100 and maybe at most 200 people in that little dinky American Legion Hall. We had some good times there. Very good times. Tier 1 was there. ECWA was there. FPW, a lot of good times there. Now they're not there anymore. Now we have to go all the way to fucking another place that I won't... 2 places that I won't say. Actually, one place I think I mentioned once. It's in Bensonhurst. The other one's near the bridge. Silence, Nick. Don't say it. Yeah, we had good times. Nick says, I remember FSW used to be held in an apartment building, believe it or not. I didn't know that. Was that before I actually started going in 2015? It had to be. Because I remember when I went, they were running out of that garage, and they were doing their shows. I started going. They did shows by the Verrazano Bridge. Then they did some from their garage, and then a little bit later in 2015, early 2016, they were at American Legion Hall. And then they went to that other place in Bensonhurst every so often. But I didn't know they wrestled out of an apartment building. In the basement! No. In Brooklyn, New York. Okay. Thank you. That's why you're my historian. Okay, Nick says hi to Mikey. And he says, I heard that about me, Mike. And he goes, hey Mike, at least I didn't get do that 70s gimmick. Well, at least I didn't do a fat chick Thriller gimmick. Oh wait, I did. At least I banged fat chicks back in the day. When are you done? Nick, I think he's challenging you. I referee that match. But I call it right in the middle there like Bill Alfonso. You know. So, get your gear ready. Move on. Okay, Nick says, we had ECW in the 90s. Yeah, it was hardcore. Not super hardcore. Those crazy people in Japan. We did have barbed wire. A couple of times. Well, actually once. I think once. Terry Funk and Sabu for the ECW title, and Sabu won the title from Terry Funk. They did have C4 explosives, but it wasn't televised. Come on, Paul! That was that crazy balls Mahoney did that once. They had a Taipei death match for the first time in America. Fire. Shoot, a lot of times, Fire, our first appearance of Fire, Flaming Tables in the late 90s. Not even used in the Attitude Era. The only time we saw Flaming Tables was when Edge McFoley fought at WrestleMania 20, what number was that? I think it was 23 or 25. I think it was, well, not the only time, because it happened again with Kane and Daniel Bryan at Extreme Rules. Daniel Bryan won the title at WrestleMania 30. Daniel Bryan put Kane through a flaming table. Then we saw Fire with Kane, with Shane McMahon, all that stuff. But nothing hardcore. Like super elite, ultra violent hardcore. Which you know how Vince is. We couldn't do that in the Attitude Era, or the Ruthless Aggression Era, or even the PG, or can't even do it in the PG Era. Still can't do it. And now that WWE's going TV 14, I don't know when, but SummerSlam is TV 14. The card sucks. They'll never go to that level. They'll never go ultra violent. I don't give a shit what Vince does. He'll be like 85, and then the ratings are still tanking. And they'll go to Hunter like, Hunter, let's go ultra violent. Let's grab some exploding barbed wire. That'll get the ratings on Raw. And then Hunter's like, well, Vince, I don't know if that is gonna get ratings anymore, because nobody watches it anymore. What do you think, Stephanie? Hi, Steph. Well, yeah. The only hardcore we had back in the 90s was ECW. Then we had Wrestling Society X, which was the first time that we saw exploding barbed wire and exploding cages and stuff like that, like besides XPW. That was the shit back in the day. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Wrestling Society X, even though it was on for like one season, I think it was. We saw X-Pac, Vampiro, Human Tornado. Remember Human Tornado? Most of you do, most of you don't if you follow Aaron Ripp and No DQ lore back in 2005. He doesn't wrestle no more, Human Tornado. I don't know what he does now. Had a lot of people, Jack Evans, who else? Kevin Cross was the play-by-play guy. Excuse me! Somebody call 911! Ah! He still does XPW actually now. Now that XPW's back, he's still doing the play-by-play. That crazy bastard. I know Rob, what's his name? Rob Black, not Rob Black. I can't think of his name that was an XPW. I think his name is Rob, I can't think of his last name. I'm thinking of Rob, Nick knows who Rob Black is. Referee extraordinaire. What's he doing these days? Rob Black! Rob Black! Good stuff. That guy's a legend. I'm talking a lot about indie wrestling, goddamn. But just reminiscing. Alright, surprisingly, Ted Turner is still alive. Wow, 83 years old. That guy hasn't died yet. He's like Terry Funk. He'll never die. Or Ric Flair. But fuck Ric Flair. I still think that video is fucking cringe as fuck. I mean, the match, the whole match, the whole Ric Flair thing, his last match, all the matches are pretty damn good, but the match, the final match with Ric Flair, with Andrade and Charlotte Flair walking him down to the ring. She's supposed to be involved somehow. I assume she's going to be walking him down to the ring because it's her daddy and her husband against Jay Lethal and Jarrett, with Karen Jarrett probably at ringside. Yeah, I'd like to see Karen Jarrett get the fucking shit beat out of her by Charlotte Flair. I'd like to see that. J-E-F-F, J-A-R-R-E-T. That's Jeff Jarrett. Slap nuts. That's what all these trolls are. Slap nuts. I have to slap him in the nuts too. Not like that. Like that. Nah, that probably clip now. I don't give a shit. They have small balls anyway. I digress. Right. Nick says, at least I can control my alcohol, unlike certain people. I can control my alcohol. I don't drink a lot. But the missus, she gets wild. But as we all know, drunk sex is the best sex. Oh, absolutely. So for all you trolls out there who can't get pussy, you want to get some actual pussy this time, you know. You want to finally pop that cherry, you want to finally get laid after 27, 28, 30 years of not getting laid, just playing with yourself by watching my sexy ass. Why don't you just go to a bar this weekend, find the ugliest girl or the hottest girl in the fucking bar, and use one of your crappy pickup lines, and then she'll be too drunk to like, she's like, oh, that's funny. Let's go to your house. And then she just like rips off your clothes and just sits on your dick and like, you know, she won't remember it. You'll wake up fine. You're like, I got laid today, yay! Now people will stop telling me I'm a virgin. But you're still an asshole. It doesn't count. Might be drunk sex, but if the girl stays with you after drunk sex and she doesn't leave, then you actually win. You get a point. But if she leaves, she doesn't remember, she got something like, looks at you like, ah! Looks at your fucking ugly looking face, it looks like a dolphin. But you know, she'll get out of there. She'll call a cab and be like, cabs are here! Yeah. You don't want a grenade. You want a girl that's DTF. Like Rosa is. She's always DTF once in a while. Except when it's that time of the month. Look at owls. No, I'm not doing that shit. But yeah, I don't know about that, Nick. I don't know about your alcohol consumption. But it is what it is. Last time I saw PJ Stackpole was at an outlaw wrestling show in Brooklyn in 2018. Okay. Okay. If we ever see him again, we you know the chant, right? I forget that chant, but I think Nick knows it. Crazy Joe Attell. Holy damn, I remember him. I still talk to him every so often. He's still a computer tech, I think. I think he is, I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, that American Legion Hall in Brooklyn was amazing. Yeah, it was. Dinky little hall. Not too far from me, actually. It was like... I had to take, it was actually like about 25 minutes away. But getting home was a bitch. Because as much as I wanted to stay and hang out with the guy, with Nick and some of the wrestlers, I had to like get out of there at certain times because I had to go 3 blocks to the bus, take that bus to my regular bus that takes me right to my house. And if I don't catch that, I have to go all the way around. It's not a good thing. Or I have to wait another hour to like 12:30 in the morning, and I won't be home till like 2 o'clock. Or I have to take an Uber. Not a good thing, but good times. Good times for that place. Nick says, yeah. Then he says, it was 2013 to 2014, I believe. Okay. There you go. Then final comment, Rob Black, I remember him. Well, I do too. I think everybody does. Well, mostly if you live in the Northeast. And follow FBW and really FBW in Tier 1. Which is not even around. I don't even talk to Dennis Long anymore. Remember him? Nick knows. Nick knows everything. Dennis Long used to be the owner of Tier 1. And got big trouble. Well, only So did the guy that ran FBW too, because he was part of FBW at the time, and then when Tier 1 came around, he was the champion. You know, Rude Boy Riley, we all remember that pedophile. That's when that whole pedophile stuff started happening with the wrestlers and everything. Child pornography. They kicked them out, blacklisted them from the company, and I think they threw him in jail too. It sucked because he was such a fan favorite too. And then find out that, you know, he did all that pedophile shit. I'm like, damn, really? And the last time I actually saw him was when he was champion. When he teamed up with our good buddy Damian Sandow, or Aaron Stevens, for those who don't know. They did a $10 photo in the ring. That was the last time I saw Rude Boy Riley. They say, you know, he's in jail. He's a pedophile. I'm like, fuck. Kind of like Joey Ryan, not Joey Ryan, but other people that just got into that Me Too movement, Marty, Riddle, in a way, but he got away with that. Marty didn't really get away with it, but he's still wrestling now, thankfully. I don't know if Marty will ever be in a major promotion again. I wish he was in AEW. I really do. I would love to have him in the Super Elite. Why do you retract everything, Nick? I mean, I turn my head, and then next thing I know, the comment's gone. I mean, if you want to tell me offline, that's fine. But, you know, people are watching. Watch what you say, dude. I don't care what I say. I mean, if it's clipped, I don't give a shit. Just jealous fucks that can't take satire and comedy. Take everything so fucking seriously on this website. Everything so goddamn fucking seriously. Oh, this guy wanted to meet this guy at a bar. He wanted to fight. But it never happened. And now he looks like a coward, just like Peter was. Yeah, I wasn't a coward. But I digress. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I did see the Rude Boy Riley thing. I don't know if he's in jail. I don't know. I don't even care. But maybe, I don't know if it's this the place to ask it. Too late now. I mean, it's my show. I mean, we go R-rated. We talk about whatever the fuck we want. But still, come on. Alright. Like I said, if you don't like me talking about random stuff and not getting to the AEW review, I know it's almost an hour in, I don't give a shit. You're still watching my sexy ass. When you should be in bed. When you have a job. Most of you don't. I can stay up all night. I don't care. I still go to my job and I do the best I can. I make more money than you. And usually Thursday's my kind of like not so busy day. Friday's my busy day. I get paid. Payday! Man, I'm not talking about the candy bar. Alright, yeah. Alright, so that's it. Alright, now, we're gonna get, finally, after almost an hour, but, like I said, it's my show. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. You don't like it? Get the fuck off! You ignoramuses. And if you can't handle my satire, my comedy, my legendary impressions, then get out of here. I'm here to entertain the people, the masses. And I still get more views than you. Because all you can get is views off my name or any member of the Prophecy's name. And that's a proven fact. And I get more likes than you, and it's actual real likes. And you can't prove I like my videos 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 25 times. I only have 5 accounts. And some of them that I do. Nah, forget. I'm not gonna go there because I know the shit that will happen. I know. I'm ready to hit that record button. Right there, Flipper. Idiot. Idiot that lives off SSI. Don't work. You know, that guy don't work. That guy does not work. I mean, it's a proven fact. That guy don't work. And if he does, it's at a probably crappy retail job. That's it. I'm hot. All right, let's get to this review. So, ladies and gentlemen, at 1:13 in the morning, it is time. I hope you're sitting down. I hope you're ready. I hope you got your cold beverage of choice. I got the usual. I should be drinking water. It's just fucking hot. But anyway, on this late, well, not too late Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It is time for your late night AEW Dynamite review for July the 20th, 2022, from the Gas South, nice name for an arena, Gas South Arena in Duluth, Georgia, which is outside of hot Atlanta. Black Street, Atlanta, GA. So they're still in the Georgia area. I don't even know where they are next week. But they're coming back around the east side of the United States pretty damn soon. Gonna be back in Chicago at the end of this month. Of August, I should say. With 3 shows. Dynamite, Rampage, is September the 2nd. And then September the 4th, the big one, All Out 4 at the Now Arena in Chicago, which could be the return of Kenny God Omega, and maybe CM Punk, because it's his hometown. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But we're rolling on. We got another month to go, and pretty much after this weekend of Death Before Dishonor for Ring of Honor, we're gonna start. EW's gonna start the road to All Out. The matches will be formulated and announced in the next couple weeks, and should be some good shit come Labor Day weekend. Even with that crappy pay-per-view in the UK, Clash at the Castle, where we all know the main event is Drew McIntyre and either Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. And everybody's thinking that Drew's gonna win. Nope. I highly doubt it. That's that. Alright, so Dynamite tonight was, like I said, pretty decent, with the main event of Barbed Wire Everywhere, Eddie Kingston and Le Champion, the Wizard, Chris Jericho, the Painmaker. We get all that. As always, our commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Tony Baloney, the legendary Tony Baloney Schiavone, the man from Red Hook Brother, Taz, and back on Jim Ross, good old JR, back on barbecue sauce, who had probably one of the lines of the night when he was talking about Jade Cargill. He was talking about, yeah, you're that bitch, I'm that bitch, we're all bitches. Jim Ross is so funny, man. He's legendary. He is just a barrel of laughs, that guy. He's thirsty for freaking Jen Neidhart and, Natalia's sister. I wish he was older. Yeah, you wish. Jim Ross wants to put that barbecue sauce in Jen Neidhart's pussy, if you know what I mean. Rock on, it's great! It is what it is. So we move on from that. Alright, so we start off with the opening sequence. The fire and pyro go off. We are live and in color on TBS. So we start off with our first match of the night. Brody King, member of the House of Black, taking on the skateboard freak himself, Darby Allin, with It's Stink at ringside. Oh, was at ringside. Then he left. Where did he go? I don't know. Probably take a shit. Anyway, this match was pretty damn brutal. And really, it was the Brody King massacre of Darby Allin. Basically, the murder of Darby Allin. Because, by God, Brody King fucked Darby up so bad. I don't know how he fucking survived the match. Jeez. Right there, Sandy? Jesus! It is what it is. So they start off with Darby knocking Brody to the floor for most of his offense of the match. But Brody came right back in, beat the fucking shit out of Darby, and at one point he like picked him up and just like ugh, threw him into the ropes. I thought he threw him so violently into the rope. I thought it was like, damn, he like got whiplash and died or something like that. I'm like, shit. Take it easy there, Brody. God damn. I know you're an animal. But anyway, Darby did come back for a little bit with the suicide dive to the outside, then a code red in the ring for a near fall. And then Darby spins Brody over into a very weird double arm crank, which was switched right into the choke that Brody choked out Darby with a couple weeks ago to win the Battle Royale. But that gets broken up. Brody is sent to the apron where he grabs the hanging sleeper and Darby's almost out, but somehow beats the count. I don't know how, but maybe he should have took the count out and lost. Because he went back in and Brody picked him up and hits the Gonzo bomb. No, not the Muppet. Gonzo. So it's a Gonzo bomb, 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, boom. Darby gets slaughtered in just a smidge under 12 and a half minutes. But still a pretty damn violent match. Not that violent, but, you know. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then after the match, Brody continues his beatdown of Darby. But then it's Stink! Comes out for the... Well, sort of comes out for the save, starts beating up Brody, about to put him in the Scorpion Death Lock, or the Death Drop, I should say. But then the lights go out, and we're waiting for the lights to go on. Somebody didn't pay the electric bill. And then Sabu comes out. No, he didn't come out. Malachi Black pops in the ring, and they have a big epic stare down like they had last week. But then Brody King just like runs up the Sting, grabs him from behind, chokes him out, and then Malachi Black spews the mist right into Sting's face, even though it got partially on Brody. And Brody choked him out even more. And then we hear the music of Mito smacks CJ Petty, pussy. Yeah! So he comes down with some nice sunglasses, and basically he has a stare down with the House of Black, but doesn't get in the ring. So I don't know who's he gonna choose. He's gonna join the House of Black, which I think he might, or fight for his god and his redeemer and get into a feud with, or join maybe Darby and Sting. And maybe a 6-man tag if they ever find Buddy Matthews. That'd be nice. I don't know where he is. I think he's injured. But it is what it is, and that's that. And we move on from there. Alright, then we go to the back with Tony Baloney and a very special guest, a newcomer to AEW, in his AEW debut, or debut, Cole Carter. For those of you who don't know who he is and didn't recognize him, that's Donovan Tate, otherwise known as Two Dimes, remember from Tony D'Angelo's group, man who got released because he got fired. Well, he got released, actually. He didn't get fired. He got released because he failed a wellness policy. I don't know how he did that. 1 strike and you're out in NXT? So yeah, Donovan Tate's new name is now Cole Carter with a K. I thought it was Caleb Conley for a second. I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't look like Caleb Conley. I was like, holy shit, that's Two Dimes. So he makes his debut, and then Ricky Starks, the FTW champion, and Powerhouse Will Hobbs, they come in, interrupt. They start trash talking to each other, and then Ricky Starks like, hey, kid, This year debut, how about we have an FTW title match? Why not? The belt get defended. It's a meaningless title at the 24/7 title. It should be thrown in the garbage. Like the NXT Women's Tag Team belts. I still love Corey Jade for that. Thank the Lord she did that. You know, some people thought it was disrespectful. Disrespectful to what? To women's tag team wrestling? To women's wrestling? Vince McMahon killed women's wrestling. That's what he did. And Bruce. Because there is no women's tag teams in NXT or on the main roster. Because Sasha and Naomi are just sitting back at home looking at what happened with the NXT tag team titles. And like, haha, look what we did. Basically, you can thank Sasha and Naomi for ending the women's tag team division. And partly Vince and Bruce, too. But I liked it. I like Cora Jade's new heel side and what she did. She basically pulled a Medusa circa 1995, but Medusa does it way better. Or did it way better. I don't think anybody else would do that ever again to the point that it could top Medusa. That's that. Alright, so we move on. Alright, so Donovan Tate, Cole Carter, whatever you want to call him, is going to face Ricky Starks for the FTW Championship. So that's good. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars, and we'll move on from there. Alright, match number 2, tag team action. We got the best friends. Give me a hug. With, that's Trent Beretta, Chucky T, with Orange Cassidy, and William Regal, Mr. Regal. War Games! On commentary, they were hilarious. They take, so the best friends take on the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Wheeler Utah, and the AEW Interim World Champion, Jon Moxley! This was a pretty decent match for what it was. Besides the Orange Cassidy, William Regal stuff, which is hilarious. So it's also with Moxley and Trent grappling, technical wrestling 101. Moxley goes for the leg, and then Wheeler Utah comes in to face off with Chucky T. Gets shoulder down for a quick 2 count. As Excalibur goes into a discussion about a trainer from Mexico. What the fuck you talking about? And then Orange Cassidy's like, yeah, sure. Whatever. That's legendary commentary. Oh, yeah, whatever. Alright, then Trent comes back and suplexes Wheeler Utah almost out of his boots. Then they forearm against the ropes. They go to the outside. Wheeler Utah gets sent into the barricade. Ow! As we go to break, come back. Jon Moxley gets the hot tag, takes Trent's head off. Then he sets up the anvil elbows of doom. Then some stomps to the head, rock Trent, but Chucky T makes the save. And then Wheeler Utah gets crotched on the top rope. Nuts! Then Chucky T hits a vicious, awful waffle. That's like a pile driver. Out of just noise. Like, they pick up, bang! Like, shit! Goes to the cover, Moxley makes a save. And then all 4 men are in the ring. Then they go, Trent and Moxley go outside the ring. Moxley locks in the figure 4 leg lock on the floor, which is with Utah to pin Chucky T. A really nifty arm trap maneuver or thingamajig, whatever he did. It was very inventive. And he gets the pin in just under 12 minutes. So the Blackpool Combat Club get the win. And that's pretty much it. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on from there. And then we saw Daniel Garcia looking on. Just ahead of his match with Wheeler Yuta for the Pure Championship, which I think is going to be a great match. With pure rules, we all know what those are. For those of you who don't know, get 3 rope breaks, win by pinfall submission, or if they go to a time limit, there are judges, stuff like that. Good old school stuff. Alright, speaking of more Ring of Honor, because this was the Go Home show, well, the first Go Home show, we got Rampage on Friday. ever see a long video package for Jonathan Gresham, the Octopus, the Ring of Honor Unified Champion, and Claudio Castagnoli, as we all know, is Cesaro. So they're hyping their match for the Ring of Honor World Title at Death Before Dishonor. They show a lot of stuff from old school 2005-ish. And maybe a little bit later on, too. I think I sold myself on that one of those. I might have been wrong. And then we had Caprice Coleman and Ian Riccaboni kind of narrating it. And they're going to be your commentary team, I assume, this weekend. I don't think Kevin Kelly's going to be there. But Paul Turner will be a referee. Where the hell is Todd Sinclair? I mean, Tony Khan, you couldn't hire Todd Sinclair? The legendary senior referee of Ring of Honor? And now Paul Turner is the senior referee of Ring of Honor World Title matches now? And then you get the AEW referees to do the other matches? What's up with that? Miss Todd. You know, when people counting out people, 1, Twinkies! But he was losing weight! I don't even talk to Todd Sinclair. Rosa does, because you know why. That's one of her favorite referees, Mr. Sinclair. She always asks me, say, "Hey, you heard from Todd?" I'm like, "No." Aren't you friends with him on Facebook? Yeah, but I don't talk to him. Yeah, you don't talk to fucking Truth Martini either. I love him. I'm like, yeah. Speaking of the House of Truth, remember Michael Elgin? He's going to jail pretty soon for domestic abuse. I think he's going away for about... They say he might get sentenced to about 5 to maybe 15 years in jail. That's what happens when you get to that shit and you be... he should be really in jail for the shit he did to Mischief. Thankfully, she got away from that asshole. And I respected Michael Elgin way back in the day. He still owes me a Diet Coke. Not a Diet Coke. He owes me a Coke, by the way. Now he's going to be in jail, so I don't even need it. Too late now. Too late, Mike. 10 years. 10 years too late, Mike. For those of you who don't know, the reason why I say Michael Elgin owes me a Coke. At Final Battle 2012, the first match was Roddy against Michael Elgin in the Battle of the House of Truth, when Roddy turned on him and Michael Elgin started to become a face. They were fighting on the outside, and then Michael Elgin tried to throw Roddy into where me and Rosa were sitting, because we sat ringside because we were VIPs. And then Roddy reversed it, and Michael Elgin almost fell into me and Rosa's lap. If there wasn't a guardrail there, the guard would just like snap right back, and I'm going like, I had to protect Rosa because, you know, I'm such a good boyfriend. Alright, Nick, we'll talk to you later. Go to bed, you slacker. So anyway, let me finish my story. So yeah, Michael Elgin got sent into the guardrail. Guardrail pushed back onto me, Rosa, and like 5 people next to us. And I had my soda, had a nice cold beverage of Coke right next to me. Next thing I know, I moved away, and then next thing I know, my drink is all over the floor. And I had to call the janitor of the Hammerstein Ballroom to clean it up. Then I had to proceed at intermission. I had to go get another goddamn Coke. And after he got sent into us, and then when we were, moving back the barricade, and they went back in the ring. I go, Elgin, you owe me a Coke, you asshole! I feel like that Suicidal Tendencies song, institution! I'm like, Mikey, all he wanted was a Pepsi. He finally got it, eventually. All I wanted was a Pepsi! Got it! I love the band. Suicidal Tendencies is a great band. That's a good song, too, Institution. If you've never heard of it, go listen to it on YouTube. Don't think I'm crazy! Hey, institution! Oh, I'm crazy! Hey, institution! Good band. Good fucking man. And if you don't like, fuck you. Because you listen to Justin Bieber and your other boring as fuck bullshit. That's that. Alright, so Claudio and Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor Unified title this Saturday night at Death Before Dishonor. There's a good card. They added a couple of new, couple of matches, which I'll get to in a second. If I can remember it. Look at that. So I give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the commentary table. We see Excalibur and Taz talking amongst themselves. And then we see Chompy, the shark mascot, because it's Shark Week, on the commentary with some fin pumping. Alright. Now, I know that, they had to promote Shark Week. By the way, the person that was in that was Nyla Rose. Old people, Nyla Rose. I thought it was Tony Schiavone, but then we see Tony in the ring. In our next segment. So, it was Nyla Rose. We posted it on her Twitter page. Alright, whatever. We move on. Alright, then we go to the ring with Tony Baloney, and he brings out the new AEW Tag Team Champions, Keith Lee. And we must all bask in his glory. Well, and his partner, our good friend, Prince Idol's cousin, Swerve Strickland, for a championship celebration. They have champagne, they have some cake. Pretty nice, good-looking cake. They still don't get a piece. So, they get in the ring before they even can say anything. The fans go, "Oh, bask in his glory!" So they sing it, they're doing that, and then Swerve's like, "Whose house?" Swerve's house. Anyway, then we get a "You deserve it" chant. Then Swerve plugs a rapper in the front row named, what's his goddamn name? I wrote it down, I forget. Kevin Gates, I think his name is? Some rapper that I don't even know. Probably a mumble rapper. Which as we all know, rap today sucks. Not like the days of Biggie and Tupac. Not the same. It's just... What? Somebody call Kurt Hennig. Kurt, come in. Come in, Mr. Perfect. Come in. What do you think about rap? I like country music. I like country girls. I like Willie Nelson. And don't forget about Pearl. There's only one thing that I hate, and it's a bunch of crap. Rap is crap. Love that song. Because rap does suck these days. God bless Kurt Hennig. Right on. Alright, so we get that. So, yeah, Kevin Gates is there, and then Swerve and Keith Lee are praising him up the wazoo. Because he's from Atlanta, GA. So Keith Lee thanks Swerve to getting them here, winning the belts and everything. Then he says, they don't look down on anyone, so if you want a shot, come get one. Then they're about to go outside and have a celebratory toast of champagne. But then Smart Mark Sterling and Tony Nese come out with a petition winning the party. And so Smart Mark Sterling is like, this whole petition is almost complete, but he wants Kevin Gates to sign it. So I think the petition was to get Swerve out of the building or something like that. I don't remember what it was. So he's like right in Gates' face. And he's like, "You gonna sign this right now?" And Gates is like, "Motherfucker, I ain't doing shit." So he's not gonna sign. So Mark Sterling kind of threatens him. He says, "You're gonna sign it. Your music is terrible." And then Gates just like pulls back the barricade after Mark Sterling, but then Tony Nese kind of gets right in his face. bad idea because Kevin Gates knocks him the fuck out with a stiff right hand. And then swerves, you know, I think Keith Lee did something after that, and then swerved with the cake right in the freaking Smart Mark's face. Big nice chocolate cake. Chocolate pudding pops cake. Right in his face, and then Swerve just like goes, good. I'm like, that was a perfectly good piece of cake. You know, he's like looking in the fucking camera, like all like, probably making his cousin all happy and everything, right, Prince? I digress. And we move on from there. So I gave all that 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know if it's supposed to lead to something. I personally don't care. I don't know who's going to be the first to face Keith Lee and Swerve. Probably some jobber teams like, you know, the Butcher and the Blade, Private Party. Then eventually they'll get to like the Lucha Brothers, maybe the Bucks when Matt Jackson gets better because he suffered a stinger. That's why they went with Keith Lee and Swerve to win the belts. So it wasn't really supposed to happen, I think. But I don't know how long Matt Jackson's going to be out. But they do have a big storyline coming up that's going to lead into All Out, and which I mentioned yesterday. Kenny Omega might be part of that. Since Adam Cole, we don't know when he's coming back. With his, he has concussion, he's got a torn labrum that needs surgery, but he's trying to fight through it. And Red Dragon just standing there and looking pretty on being the Elite. That's it. So, let's see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to the back. We have the Dark Order. Well, members of the Dark Order. The Beaver Boys. Johnny Hungy! And what was the other guy's name? I can't think of it. Johnny Hungy and, fuck. I can't think of the other guy's name, but anyway, they're there. They're there with Butcher and the Blade, who were doing their best cosplay of Jerry Funk and Bautista. And then they're joking around. They're trying to give them a shirt which says Butch on the back. So Butch and Blade beat the fuck out of the Beaver Boys. And then Hangman Adam Page comes out of somewhere and he makes the save. So he goes, "You guys all right?" And then Johnny Hungy goes, "No, we're pretty bad." Yeah, pretty bad because you lost another member of the Dark Order tonight. You know who it is. Surprisingly, I didn't know it was going to be her. I gave it away now, but those of you who haven't seen it, it is what it is. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, got my good buddy, my Canadian brother from the north, Andre Corbeil. Or Weed and Wrestling, whatever you want to... Well, that's his YouTube channel name, I guess. Anyway, so Andre Corbeil's here. What's up, Andre? He says, "I think of all the time you could spend enjoying your life instead of watching this modern-day wrestling crap. That's like 9 hours you waste every week where you could be living life. I only come back because I like you as a person." It is what it is. If you want to watch TNA with 100,000 views, that's fine. You don't have to come on my show and bash me for liking a product that gets 900,000 views, even though wrestling's kind of stale. But still, I enjoy it. I like talking about it on YouTube. I do agree with you. I could watch something else. I could do something else with my time on YouTube besides talking about wrestling. The boring as fuck wrestling that you think it is. At least you respect me. That's the only good part about that. Well, yes. 6 Well, 3 hours on Boring as Fuck Raw, which may turn into 2. They're thinking about that. Going to TV14, I don't know when. And they got 2 hours of NXT, that's 5. Plus 2 hours of Dynamite, that's 7. And then an hour of Dynamite. Yeah, it's 10 hours, not 9. But still, I get your point. And then the pay-per-views, which are 3 to 5 hours long. I mean, I get your point there, Andre, I do. Yeah, it's all fine. No bashing. I'm not bashing you. I mean, if you want, you're the ambassador of TNA, next to Poston, of course. TNA Wrestling! I don't even watch TNA anymore. I don't. I mean, I do once in a while, just for Rosemary. And, you know, the prophecy purposes. Because Rosemary is my demon assassin bride. And the actual person who made the prophecy what it is today, she put the stamp of approval on it on Twitter. If you don't believe me, go to my rank channel when I said the prophecy is real and show the receipt. People don't believe it's real. I showed it's real. Rosemary herself, like the tweet I sent her. I said prophecy rules, and she retweeted it. Then I don't have that part, but she didn't. I have another retweet. I can't find that one, where she actually said prophecy is great and everything. Whatever. Still, whatever. Oh, but yeah, that's the only reason I watch Impact is mostly for Rosemary. That's it. And as much as I want Rosemary to fucking leave Impact, she's not gonna leave ever. As much as I would love to have her in AEW, her and Jessica Havoc, but Jessica Havoc staying in Impact for a while. A lot of people are staying in Impact because I can't believe Impact is 20 years old. How is that possible? With all the shit that they've gone through, the good years from when they started all the way up till 2010, and then the Hogan years, which almost killed it, and then the Dixon Carter years. Remember, all of you all remember that when TNA was going bankrupt and they had to get saved by Billy fucking Corgan of all people, which kind of saved it from the depths of hell. And then Anthem Sports comes in and it's been all peaches and gravy, even though they have really bad TV deals right now. I still think they should have stayed on Pop because I was getting ratings for them. They went to fucking Pursuit. Nobody got that. Their ratings stunk. Then they go to, now they're on Access TV, which not a lot of people have. Unless you have the rich man's cable like I do. And they're on a Thursday nights, which I think a good night of wrestling because there's nothing else on Thursday nights. Minus baseball and sports usually. But still, they barely get over 100,000 views. Barely. And I feel bad for the men and women there. Because they have I think they have a great women's division, the Knockouts division. Way better than the WWE. Way better. And partly better than the AEW women's division. Because you got girls like Deonna Purrazzo, freaking goddess that she is. Jordan Grace, the Knockouts champion right now. It's an Amazon of a woman she is. Mickie James, who's kind of out now, if you didn't see the last episode of Impact, where her and Chelsea Green was swapping spit. That got me to watch. Still, Mickie James is there, just to kind of finish off her career. I don't know if she's coming back, but she might. So I mentioned Chelsea Green, Rosemary, Taya Valkyrie, the women's tag team champions, otherwise known as Ragnarok. Jessica Havoc, who's now injured. I don't know when she's coming back. Giselle Shaw, the transgender. Tasha Steelz, Savannah, Alicia Edwards, who's somewhere around. Am I missing somebody? Madison Rain. Who am I missing? I think I'm missing maybe a couple more people, but still, they have a pretty damn good women's division. I mean, the Queen of the Mountain match they had at Slammiversary, I thought it was a pretty damn good match. They had the X Division title match, the Ultimate X match. I thought that was crazy. I think that shouldn't have happened because that's putting a lot of good women in really bad danger, climbing those cables and then next thing up, broke my neck. But still, it was a good match. But still, I think the women's division in Impact, I think is better than Impact, better than WWE, way better than NXT. And AEW's roster just doesn't, I don't think compares to that. Now, if you put Impact against Stardom and Joshi, I have to go with Stardom on that one. And Joshi, because they are way better than Impact. I don't care if it's Deonna Purrazzo against, Kairi Sane or something like that. Or Mina Sakamura, or Miyu, or whatever. The one is facing off against Thunder Rosa. Miyu Nakazawa, or whatever her last name is. But then you go to the men, you got some pretty damn good fucking talent there. Violent by Design, Eric Young, Rhino, I forget who else. I think Madman Fulton's there still there. I don't know if he is or not. You got Moose. Sammy Callahan's back from injury after a year off. Going berserk. Rick Swan is still there somewhere. I don't know where Sue Young went. I think she's injured too. Rohit Raju, the Trey Miguel in the X Division. Josh Alexander, the world champion, was just like God in that fucking place. Then you got the Bullet Club, the American version of the Bullet Club. Jay White's there once in a while. Chris Bay, and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, we all know. And that tag team division is pretty damn good, even though there's not many tag teams. And then you got the Briscoes there, which is just icing on the cake for the tag team division. And the Motor City Machine Guns. Shelly and Sabin. Impact's not, I mean, I'm not saying bad things. I don't mean to say bad things about Impact, even though their ratings stink. They need a major TV deal. I would say go back to Pop. I don't even know. I think Pop TV is still around, so I would say go back to Pop, or try to get something better than Access TV, which not a lot of people have unless you have Dish or DirecTV, because you don't get it on Optimum. Well, Optimum you get Pop TV, but if you have Dish, you can get it easily. So, or just stream it. That's what a lot of things do. Everything's gonna turn to streaming services now. So there'll be no Optimum TV, there'll be no Dish, probably will be non-existent maybe, and DirecTV will be gone too. So everything's gonna turn to like Paramount TV, Peacock. But then you run the risk of all those streaming services, lagging like what Peacock does. So. And some people don't want to pay a monthly service fee, like for Netflix or Disney Plus or Amazon or Hulu, stuff like that. Most of them are cheap, except for Netflix, which is like I pay $12.99 a month for it. I think Disney, I pay $9.99. Same thing with Amazon and Hulu. Because I get it off my PS4, so I don't have PS5 yet. I will be getting PS5 soon. And then with Paramount I get for free. So I don't pay for that. The only thing I get on Paramount is some of the old school shows like Jersey Shore and stuff like that. Even though I can get it on MTV too. But I watch Beavis and Butthead. I watched the new movie. It's fucking funny as fuck. Beavis and Butthead do the universe. Yeah, we do it. We do it. We score. Sold down with us. That was cool. So, still, Impact, 20 goddamn years. They should have been dead. Should have been dead really in 2015. But, God bless Anthem Sports, and God bless Scott Demore and Don Callis, if you think about it. And Billy Corgan. So you gotta thank three major parts of Impact. Really, yeah, three. Don Callis, Billy Corgan, and Scott Demore, and the men and women at Anthem. Without that, I don't know where Impact would be right now. Probably in the gutter and non-existent. I think everybody from Impact would have probably went to Vince, or could have worked the Indies until AEW came around, or went to Japan or Mexico. But still. But yeah, no bashing here, Andre. We don't bash people here on my show that I respect and I've known for a long time. Like, I've known Andre Cobillo for a very long time. Very long time, since the days of him and Big Ray on the Can-Am Wrestling Show. I still talk to Big Ray every once in a while. Now he's on a different podcast that I sometimes watch. Andre's got his own thing from time to time. That's that. But yeah, I respect Andre, even though, he's like, you shouldn't be watching this crap. Well, what else am I going to watch, Andre? Besides the Food Network, which I watch religiously. I'm not going to spend 24 hours of my day or whatever. Most of my day after work, I'm going to watch the Food Network all fucking day and night. No, I'm going to watch CNN. I'm going to watch different things. But when wrestling comes on, I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch the wrestling even though it sucks. This is what it is. Alright, we move on. Okay, so Andre says, I don't watch Impact anymore either. Once the blue moon, I'll check out. Yeah, that's what I do most of the time. Most of the time, that's what I watch. Don't they have Emergence, their next big show coming up? I think it's coming up in August. I think it's in Chicago, too. I could be wrong. But we move on from there. Alright, let's get back to finish this review, and then we're going to edit and go to bed. Alright, so where I left off, the Dark Order of Alex Reynolds, that's his name, Alex Reynolds and Johnny Hungy get the living shit beat out of them by the Butcher and the Blade, who cosplayed as Terry Funk and Batista, because they got mad at the Beaver Boys for trying to give them shirts with Butch on the back, and then having Adam Page come in for the save, and that's it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Maybe something on Rampage with the Beaver Boys against Butcher and the Blade. I don't even know why the Dark Order is still a thing. Why? All the members are basically gone. Alan Angels got released. He's now in Impact. And he's doing some indie work too, so that's good. What else? Stu Grayson's gone. I don't know where he's going. I think he's doing some indie shows too. And all they got left is Evil Uno, who barely fights. And he mostly does Twitch. By the way, happy birthday to Evil Uno. He acknowledges me on Twitter every time I go on his Twitch show. So that's good. And his gorgeous wife, Mrs. Evil Uno. Still don't know what they look like underneath the mask. I know what they do. I know what they look like, but you don't. That's that. So they have Evil Uno, Johnny Hungy, John Silver, Alex Reynolds, part of the Beaver Boys, Preston, number 10, and Anna J, and -1, Brody Lee Jr., who doesn't really count, which is 6 people, counting Anna J. But now it's 5 people, because Anna J turned tonight, surprisingly. But we'll get to her in a minute. So we move on from there. From that. So I gave this segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, we'll finish up right now. Alright, then we go to our next match. Luchasaurus and Christian taking on the Varsity Blondes of Griff Galesland and Brian Pillman Jr. 2-minute suckfest because it was a big-time squash match. Basically, Christian just stood outside on the apron while Luchasaurus beat the fucking shit out of Pillman and Garrison. He hits the double chokeslam of Doom on both of the Blondes, and then he tags in Christian, and Christian just picks up the scraps, gets the pin in exactly 2 stinking minutes. Match he gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Christian gets on Luchasaurus' shoulders to celebrate. Then we hear the music of Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Jungle Boy's back after his little injury. So he's back, comes out with a chair. I thought he was going to go sprint to the ring and go right after Christian. But we get that. So he stops and Luchasaurus stands in his way. He looks like Jungle Boy and then he moves aside and then Christian's like, "What are you doing?" And Christian bails right as soon as Jungle Boy gets in the ring. And then Jungle Boy gives chase. They go up through the crowd and then that's it. And then I think Luchasaurus is somewhere. I don't know what happened to him. So it looks like Luchasaurus turned face, which made no sense to me. Why do you turn him heel for a couple weeks? And now he turned on Christian. Unless he's pulling a big show on us. Like 1 week he's face, 1 week he's heel. I hope not, but we'll move on. So that's that. We move on. Alright, then we go to Tony Baloney and Billy Gunn and the Ass Boys. Who they don't want a match with the Acclaim, so Austin Gunn challenges Max Caster to a rap battle Friday on Rampage, and the winner gets to set up the match between the respective teams. And I'm thinking, Austin Gunn, are you fucking retarded? Pretty much. Going up against an actual rapper like Max Caster because he sings the Acclaim theme. Moron! So, you know Max Caster's gonna win, obviously, on Friday. So, get that. Alright, so I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. Alright, then, by God, Jim Ross comes out for hour number 2 at the 9 o'clock hour. So then we start the 9 o'clock hour with the FTW Championship match of Donovan Tate, otherwise known as Cole Carter, making his AEW debut, against the FTW champion Absolute Ricky Starks with Powerhouse Will Hobbs, who came out, then he left. This was actually a pretty decent match for what it was. You know, sucks that, you know, Donovan Tate came and probably left. That's probably his last time we'll see him, unless he actually did sign a contract with AEW and we'll see him on Dark and Elevation. Yeah, it is what it is. Kind of a back and forth match. As Donovan knocked Ricky to the outside. As we go to break, we come back. Carter misses a 450, which allowed Ricky to hit a devastating spear, which is now, I guess, his new finisher, not the Rochambeau anymore. So he picks up the win in over 6 minutes. So Donovan looked pretty good, but still, you're not gonna beat Ricky Starks. There's no way. So I get the match 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Ricky goes on the mic, says some stuff to some fan in a yellow t-shirt. Like, "Oh, you think I suck?" So then he turns his attention to a new challenger for an open challenge. And then we don't know who's coming out. And then Mr. Danhausen! "I will curse you."
Oh, very evil, Mr. Danhausen. Very evil, very evil. Evil, Mr. Danhausen. Very confident, very evil.
So he comes out and he takes Ricky up on his challenge. So Ricky's like, nah. I didn't say we're going to do it right now. We're going to do it next week at Fight for the Fallen. Alright. So I got that. So next week, Ricky Starks and Mr. Danhausen for the FTW Championship at Fight for the Fallen. That's it. But Ricky Starks is going to beat Danhausen easily. And it's going to set up Ricky Starks and Hook for the FTW Championship. And Hook's going to win the title and probably hold it for like 3 years. Well, his dad's going to be proud. Because he made that insignificant title. It's not even a title. It's not even actually acknowledged by AEW. Yeah, so probably, I would say, in a couple weeks or maybe at All Out, we'll see Ricky Starks versus Hook for the FTW Championship, and Hook will win, continue his undefeated streak, and he'll just never lose that goddamn belt. Well, if he does, who would want that stinking belt? Brother. So we get that. So we'll move on from it. All right, then we go to the back with Tony Baloney. He has Athena, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale there. They're supposed to have a 6-woman tag team match with the baddies, Jade Cargill, Kiera Hogan, and Layla Gray, but it turned into a tag team match because Layla Gray was not medically cleared. So Athena and Willow Nightingale are going to be fighting Kiera and Jade, as Chris Statlander says, I'll take this one. I'll take this week off. But Athena and Chris Statlander say they want the TBS title and the Women's Championship. And then Willow Nightingale's like, that's a good idea. Okay. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Then we go to the segment of the night. The nice, great promo from FTR. So I think it was Cash Wheeler gets on the mic first. Says, we're not kind of used to this kind of reaction because they've been heels most of their career. But now it's time to talk about their upcoming match with the Briscoes. 2 out of 3 falls this Saturday night for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships in FTR versus the Briscoes 2. So Cash Wheeler says, we respect the Briscoes and their family lineage and shit like that, and what they've done for wrestling over the last 20 years, but no one is taking the belts off them. Then Dax Hardwood with a very passionate promo. I love his promos. He is so passionate about this business. And that's what I love about the wrestling business. The sport of professional wrestling. That wrestlers take this very seriously. Unlike certain people we know. Who just think it's just a joke. But anyway, so Hardwood talks about a girl with a hole in her heart, an 8-year-old girl, well, at the time was 5, which could have healed on its own, but she might need open heart surgery. So 3 years go by, she's now 8 years old, and the hole was completely closed. She fought to get better and did it because that little girl is his 8-year-old daughter. So I was like, loved it. And then he says, if she can fight that hard, then her daddy has to do the same thing, which is what he's going to do on Saturday and retain the Ring of Honor Tag Team belts. Then he finished off the promo saying that I'm going to fight like a girl on Saturday. So, top guys, out! And that's it. Great story there. I loved it. 4.5 out of 5 stars, if not 5. I would have gave it 5, but I scaled it down a little bit. So, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And this match on Saturday between the Briscoes and FTR is going to freaking be amazing. If not steal the show. I think it's going to definitely get 5 out of 5. I think it's going to go all 3 falls, and I think FTR will retain. Because there's no way the Briscoes are going to be on AEW television every week because of what Jay Briscoe said in 2013. Why do people have to bring up the past fucking shit all the fucking time? 9 years ago. Get over it. He's a different person then, like me. I done and said things way back in 2012. People still bringing that up. The whole Britain crack queen shit, pedophile shit, which I debunk every fucking year. Including this year with certain other fake people. But still, I'm a much different person than I was in 2012. I'm older, I'm wiser, sexier, and you're just jealous. And you can't get off my dick. And you bring up my past because you think it's going to help your channel. No. All you're going to get is clout views. That's all you get off my name and everybody else's name in the prophecy. Or on YouTube. That's all you can get. You'll get your 100 views, maybe 200, maybe 500, 600 here and there, but clout. It's all for clout. Because when you do your other videos that don't even pertain to the whack WC or drama, all you can get is 5 measly fucking views in a week on your gaming streams or whatever fucking videos you do. It's horrible. So you really should thank me for getting those views for your stupid dead channel and your fake subscribers. Because all those subscribers you got on your fake channels, that's what they are, fake. I have real subscribers. But I know these trolls, they make 6,000 accounts just to sub to me because they love what I have to say. And they want to clip everything I say because they think they're so special. And they say, oh, Peter likes the drama. It's like crack. Crack on steroids. I'm not addicted to this fucking website. And I'm not addicted to drama. I don't need to get attention. I don't do videos for attention. I just do it for fun. And I don't have dead channels, so I'm still getting subs here and there. And I'm getting more views than you. And likes, which are real. Comments here and there once in a while. I don't need to get a lot of comments. It's fine. I don't care. I'm just doing it for me. If you can't do that, then you don't need to be on this fucking platform. So take your shine box, stick it straight up your fucking ass. That's it. Alright, so we move on. So, great promo from Dax Hardwood. Very passionate guy. He loves the business, and he'll fight to get that money for his daughter. And I'm glad she was able to avoid very serious surgery, open heart surgery, especially for a 5-year-old or an 8-year-old or any kid up to, I think, around the age of 18. Kind of scary here and there. You may not survive it. You may die. So, but thankfully she survived it, and now she's living a perfect life, which is great. So like I said, 4.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on from there. Alright, after that great promo, we go to Jay Lethal with Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh. They're ready to win the Ring of Honor TV title. And then Christopher Daniels comes in and says, you're not gonna mess around with Joe anymore. And it's like, if you want to fight, let's fight on Rampage. I said that last week. I thought they were gonna have the match last week. Now they're gonna have it this week. So yeah, so Jay Lethal versus Christopher Daniels this Friday night on Rampage. I think Jay Lethal's gonna win. As much as I want freaking Christopher Daniels to win, we'll have to see what happens with that. Then at Honor for the TV title, I think Joe is going to win because he hasn't really defended it much because of his shoulder injury. I think it's like his second or third defense of the title. I think he's going to win, but the feud will continue though. We'll have to see what happens with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the women who always go around 9:30, not like 9:23 p.m. So we got the baddies, Jade Cargill, that bitch show. With one of her baddies, Kiera Hogan, the girl on fire. Well, not really. She has blue hair now. But anyway, they come out with Stokely Hathaway and Jermaine Dupri, because they're in Atlanta. They take on Athena and Willow Nightingale. Look at that. Before the match, Stokely talks about Layla Gray not being able to compete. Then he says Chris Statlander is barred from the ring as well. So then Jade takes the mic. And he says, I'm that bitch. We're going to do it in Atlanta. Stuff like that. I think we did see once again my sweetheart and sorry, almost said it wrong. And Angelica Lisk. What's up, my spicy quesadilla? But I digress. Anyway, so we'll get to the match. Match wasn't anything to write home about. Kind of a back and forth match, but near the end, we get some knees to the chest, drop Jade, and then Athena apron bombs Kiera Hogan. Ow! Then a Stokely Hathaway distraction lets Jade send Athena into the ring steps. Then it's basically all academic. She picks up Willow Nightingale, hits Jaded. 1, 2, 3. Another win for Jade Cargill and the baddies. So, match was alright. Gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Now we'll see what happens with the baddies coming up. Alright, then we go to the back with Tony Baloney. This time he has Thunderstorm. Thunder Rosa. Yay! The AEW Women's World Champion and Tony Storm. So, Thunder Rosa's ready for her title defense next week against Miyu, I forgot her last name, Nakamura, I think it is, or Nakasawa, I forget what it is. So that's going to be next week on the program. And then, as we saw last week, Dr. Britt Baker, GMD, baby, and a lovely Jamie Hayter come in, causing some havoc. They start laughing at them, because that's what heels do. I liked how Britt ended it. It's like, we don't need another Thunder Rosa promo. We need to stop with that. It's like, damn. So it looks like we're gonna get a tag team match between them. I don't know if it's on Rampage or we're gonna see it. I don't know when. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, then we get the rundown of what's gonna happen on Rampage this Friday night. There's also a couple of matches for next week's Fight for the Fallen with Thunder Rosa and Miyu for the Women's Championship. And then we got Ricky Starks and Mr. Danhausen for the FTW Championship. Let's see what happens with that. Then we got some new matches for Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. They're going to have a pre-show called 0 Hour at 7 o'clock. I think that's going to be on YouTube, like all Ring of Honor pay-per-views. The pre-show will be on. So on the pre-show, we're going to have, who was it? I think it was Allison Kay against Will Nightingale. Interesting. I think we're going to have another match or two on that. And then it was announced that the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team belts have been resurrected. Was the Righteous are back. That's Vincent and his group of guys. They're going to be taking on Dalton Castle and the Boys for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships, which haven't been defended since Final Battle. I'm surprised they got, well, they still kind of have a union with Impact, but it's great to see that Vincent, well, he is in Ring of Honor, that they brought back the 6-man tag team belts. Like it. Good stuff, Tony. Good stuff. So, we'll see what happens with that. The Regis are back, and they're going to be taking on Dalton Castle, the Peacock, and the Boys. That's the Tate Boys. The Tate Brothers. So we'll move on from there. And much more this Saturday night on Death Before Dishonor. We'll get that. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening, Barbed Wire Everywhere. Which I still don't understand why the ropes were taken down and they're just all barbed wire across the ring. Go figure. So like it was, they lived up to his name, Barbed Wire Everywhere. Barbed wire tables. We have a spider web thingamajig on the outside. Justin Roberts' microphone had barbed wire around it. The ring bell had barbed wire around it. That was kind of funny, but cool. We had the shark cage, which looked like this big. So, Jake Hager, Matt Maynard, Eddie Matt, and Parker, they all come out with Daniel Garcia. They get locked in the cage, which is like on the other side, and somewhere in the crowd, and they get lifted up. They have like a forklift kind of thing, lifting it up. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was going to be on top of the ring, like you look up and it's like right there, but it's like right here. Weird. All right, so we had Chris Jericho, the Painmaker, come out. Nice entrance. You also had Ruby Soho out. I didn't even see her until later. She was in charge of the key and the lift machine. So he comes out. So Jericho comes out. Then Eddie Kingston comes out like a madman, grabs the barbed wire mic, and it's just like Jericho in the head with it. And we see a Jericho blade on camera. We need to see that. We're gonna bust open hard way anyway. So this was chaotic. It wasn't a great barbed wire match. I've seen way better matches than this one. But yeah, Jericho's getting the crap get out of him. He got sent to the barbed wire a lot. But Jericho comes back with a kind of sloppy looking Hurricane Rana, and Eddie didn't land correctly. I think he landed on his back, on his ass, right through one of the barbed wire tables, and the barbed wire got stuck right in Eddie's nutsack. Ah! That was sick. Then they continue to fight. Eddie suplexes Jericho off the apron through another barbed wire table. And then Ty Conti, with the shortest shorts in the world, you can almost see her pussy. That made Sammy Guevara proud. So she comes out, goes after Ruby, beats her up. And then Anna Jay comes out for the save, or we thought was a save. So they argue, and then Anna Jay smiles at Ty. Then she turns around, smacks the little shit out of Ruby, lays her out, goes into the ring post. Then she gives Ty Conti the key to the cage, and then she lowers the cage. So Ty goes to the cage. She can't even open the fucking lock. Bro! I mean, come on. You can open your legs, you can't open a cage door. So anyway, somehow the Jericho Appreciation Society kind of squeezed through the cage. Then they go to the ring, and then the clusterfuck happens. Beat the crap out of Eddie. And then Ortiz and the Blackpool Combat Club come out. It's Claudio and Wheeler Utah. They all come out. I think Moxley as well. They all come out for a big brawl. So the clusterfuck began, which allows Eddie to suplex Jericho through another barbed wire board in the corner for a near fall. And then Eddie tries for a shot with the barbed wire chair, but Jericho counts into a code breaker, which kind of gets botched because on the way down, the barbed wire chair hits Jericho right in the nose and slices his nose wide open. Ugh. So goes for the cover, gets a near fall. Then we get some really weak as fuck chair shots to the knee of Eddie, putting him in trouble. Goes to the lion salt and gets cut off by Eddie tossing the barbed wire chair into Jericho, who's kind of doing it mid-move. Then Eddie hits the spinning back fist and looked like he was about to win the match, which he should have won. But he got a near fall out of that. Then he goes underneath the ring, pulls out a piece of barbed wire, and he wraps it around Jericho's arm, locks in the stretch plum with the barbed wire. Ow! And it looked like Jericho's about to tap, when then Sammy Guevara comes in and breaks it up. And it kind of looked fucked up at the time. Sammy, I think, missed his spots here and there, especially after the match. But anyway, that distraction led to a barbed wire Judas effect by Jericho. 1, 2, 3. Jericho wins barbed wire everywhere. Match was nothing to write home about. 3 out of 5 stars. For that, no, I take it back. 3.25 out of 5 stars. For that match lasted 13 minutes. So basically, the end of I think it was rushed. The ending. They just had to get through everything. It still was a clusterfuck of a match. Shouldn't have even had the clusterfuck interference. But still, 3.25 out of 5 stars. Jericho wins. I guess this ends the feud now, or it continues. But even though Eddie got his revenge after the match, hits a spinning back fist. Well, he tries for a spinning back fist to Sammy, who I think kind of just missed, and he missed his spot. So Eddie got pissed and just threw him out of the fucking ring. Then he takes Jericho to the apron, and then he just kind of throws him into the spider web of barbed wire. And then Eddie is very pissed off about losing. But, you know, in the end, he got his revenge on Jericho by getting his blood, tasting his blood and all that shit. And that ends Dynamite for tonight. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so that's it for now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to my good buddy Nick for coming in, as always. And my good buddy, my Canadian brother from the north, Andre Cobio, for coming in. And anybody else who watched, thank you for the free views, assholes. And thank you for the clips. That'll go nowhere, but done. You won't be having those anymore. I don't really give a shit. You clip my fucking shit. I don't give a shit.
Oh, he's mentally unstable. He needs his medication.
Fuck you. Get a dick and suck it. Boy, I care. Suck my dick. you ignoramuses who have no fucking lives and really should be focused on your job and focus on other things instead of watching my sexy ass and clipping everything I fucking say and taking this fucking website so fucking seriously. You mentally disabled idiots. And you call me and other people mentally disabled. But at least we're better than you, and you know it. That's all I gotta say about that. So that's all I gotta say. So my final rating for Dynamite tonight, 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video, stick that like button up Susan's ass. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's try to get back over 400. Lost a couple of subs last couple of days. We're right near 400 again, so hopefully we'll get over that hump this weekend or hopefully by the end of the summer, but we'll see. And subscribe to my other channels. Links are all down below in the description box. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And get the video all over the internet. And don't forget to please tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. Because if you do, then you're going to have to search my name or hit the bell again. And hopefully YouTube will send it out to you. If not, then too bad. And that's it. Alright, thanks for watching. It's almost 2:30 in the morning. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to edit up a little bit. Maybe have a nice snack. And then go to bed. And I got to do it all over again tomorrow. I'm going to finish off the rest of this week tomorrow. And Friday, get my paycheck Friday. Go to the bank. Cash it. Put it in the bank. Well, it goes in the bank anyway. I got to take something out anyway for bills. I got to pay my phone bill this month. Yeah, gotta pay my phone bill. So, gotta do that. Gotta pay all the bills coming up as well. So, I gotta do that. And, also take the missus out for her birthday. So, gotta be a good husband. So yeah, so everybody will, hopefully you can say your happy birthdays to Rosa, this weekend. I'm not gonna do a video, obviously, because I don't need to. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. And that's it. Tomorrow I will be live on TSL to do my 25th show. Just talk wrestling, couple things, here and there. Baseball comes back tomorrow. The Yankees play Houston tomorrow. So the second half of the baseball season will begin, and then we'll talk about some stuff with the Mets and what they're going to do in the trade deadline. The same thing with the Yankees. And we'll talk a little bit about football with D-Lo possibly getting a monster contract. Then we'll talk about Jimmy Garoppolo a little bit. He might get traded, where he might go, who even wants him. Because training camp's about to start this week. And a little bit more tomorrow on the Shadows Lair, episode 25, our silver anniversary edition of the show. Probably be sometime in the late afternoon, probably between 5 and maybe 7 o'clock, or maybe, I would say between 5 and 7 o'clock tomorrow, because I want to get ready for the Rant and Rave podcast with Brandon Martin and Jordan and Ibarra and company. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the Brandon Martin channel. So check it out. Tell them Peter Gilmore sent you. And then Friday night, we got SmackDown and Rampage. I might put SmackDown review that night. I might scale it back. I might not even do it at all. Maybe Sunday, maybe. I gotta see. But definitely Saturday afternoon, I will be doing my Ring of Honor predictions on TSL number 26. Get you ready for that review Saturday night. I may or may not do the review that night. I might scale back to Sunday on this very channel. So, I'm gonna have a good weekend, hopefully. It's gonna be red hot this weekend, like it was today. Tomorrow's gonna be even worse, even though it's gonna rain a little bit, not much, but still. Then this weekend's gonna be like 100. Ugh. But then it cools down by Tuesday. It's supposed to rain Monday and Tuesday to cool it down a little bit, thankfully. And then we start the end of July. And then get ready for SummerSlam next Saturday night. And then we go into the dog days of August. We count down the final weeks of summer, going into Labor Day weekend. And the unofficial end of summer. And then a couple weeks right after that, we start the fall season. People go back to school. Well, depending where you live, might be going back in a couple weeks or in September. So school's going to be going back in session and everything. The weather's going to be getting cooler. Not going to be getting dark around 8:45 anymore. Going to be starting to go down. The sun's going to go down now at 8:20. So officially it gets dark around 8:35, 8:40-ish. So that's going to, by the time Labor Day hits, it's going to be around 7:15, 7:30. So summer is almost over, guys. Officially 9 weeks away to the end of summer. So have fun the rest of the summer. I hope it's good for you, and if it's not, well, fuck you. I'm hoping to have a good end of the summer. I got 2 big wrestling shows coming up in August. Still thinking about that concert with Zakk Wylde and Black Label Society, Anthrax on their 4th anniversary tour, and Hatebreed in Brooklyn at the end of August. I may or may not go to that. I'm not sure yet. Then in September, right after Labor Day, don't even know what I'm doing in September yet. Don't know. May actually go to Jersey, go to Atlantic City for a couple days. Maybe go away. I don't know yet. I'm still working on things. My main long overdue vacation I was supposed to take last month, but things came up. Hey, things come up. Oh, you're supposed to go to Florida. You're supposed to go to California, this and that. You didn't go. You lied. Hey, things come up. What do you want me to do? I have emergencies. I gotta work too. I didn't get the off time yet. So I have it now. So I can just take it anytime I want. But it is what it is. So yeah, September's gonna be an interesting month. We got Lamb of God and Killswitch Engage in Brooklyn. Right after Labor Day, the week of Labor Day. And after that, we got Seven Dust at the Palladium in Times Square. Then maybe here and there, maybe an indie show comes around in September. I don't know, after August 13th with WW, they may come back in November for Intergender Warfare, which is usually around the time they come back. And then they had the 15th anniversary in Staten Island. December the 3rd, actually, that's when the 15th anniversary show is. I don't know if Outlaw is going to have, after Outlaw comes to town, the week after WW. I don't know if they're going to come around by the end of the year. Maybe I would say maybe October or November as well. Wrestle Pro, don't know yet. But I will be going to a lot of indie shows when they come around that I can get to. Usually the big ones, WW and Outlaw, and maybe Wrestle Pro. And maybe if Final Battle comes to New York City this year, we don't know yet, I will definitely be going to Final Battle. With or maybe without the misses, but I'm hoping that Tony Khan gets it through his fucking head this year that Final Battle should be in New York City where it belongs, at the Hammerstein. And tickets are gonna be, forget it. It's basically an automatic. They will sell them on the first 5 to 10 minutes of when they go on sale. But I'm probably not gonna get ringside seats. I'm probably gonna get balcony seats, which are gonna be cheaper. So when they do go on sale, I'll probably may get them not the first day. I might get them the next day. Probably that Saturday. I'll probably try to I'll see if I can get something around the ring, if there's still any left. Or I'll try to get the first or second balcony in the Hammerstein. So, get my tickets and then save up for the meet and greet whenever. I don't know if they're going to, I would assume they're going to do that before the show, like they usually do for Ring of Honor. I don't know who might be there. I would like to see the Briscoes again. If I can get the missus, because she loves the Briscoes. So, hopefully the Briscoes will be there. Maybe I'll get Gresham this time. I mean, I have him once. I already met him once. Gresham again, maybe Jay Lethal. We talk some, ooh, my black machismo. Stuff like that. Maybe the Bucks. I haven't seen the Bucks since 2017. Meeting them in person. So, I'd love to get the Bucks, but that line is going to be massive, so I have to get there early, get online, go right to the meet and greet. I have to take the money out for the meet and greet and a soda and stuff like that. I'm not getting merchandise, of course. So I'll do that. I'll get the ticket in advance. I'll print it out, and then go there early, not too early, of course. Get on the line, and then go into the Hammerstein, go to the meet and greet, and I'll probably do whoever's there first, and then get on that long line for the Bucks, because that's going to take a long time. Probably by the time I finally get my autograph the Bucks, the pre-show is over. I don't care. I would just watch the main show, main final battle. I don't care. I mean, by the time I end, like the first or second match, the pre-show starts. As long as I have a seat, I'm there. As long as hopefully I can get a seat like in a 5th, 6th row by the aisle. So you may see me at Final Battle if it's in New York on pay-per-view. So if you see me, say, hey, that's Peter Gilmore. But it is what it is. But that's that. Alright. It's late. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Gilmore signing off. I bid you adieu. And rock on and rock hard with your Goku. And I will say goodbye. And that's it. If you're not down with that, ladies and gentlemen, you sons of bitches that have very small cacks and look like people that have really bad mental problems, you know who you are. And that's pretty much it. Not down with that. Me, Nick, Andre Corbeil, and everybody in the prophecy that are better than you, and you fucking know it. You're not down with us. We don't care. You know why? Because we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for TSL 25 on the Shadow Slayer channel. But until next time, fuck you, and peace. Ha ha, yeah.